Is loneliness ever experienced by a rational egoist? Well, what is loneliness? It doesn't mean just being alone, but it means finding being alone painful, finding the absence of people in some context painful. Now, this, like almost everything, can be evidence of a flaw, but it certainly need not be. Now, for instance, a flaw, Peter Keating needs people in an improper way. He needs their approval. He needs them around him to escape his inner emptiness, to give him a sense of self-esteem. So for him, loneliness is a huge issue. It's a metaphysical terror. It's like being cut off from reality. But neurotic loneliness or fear of it has nothing to do with everybody. You have a rational need of friends, of a lover. You can't find a sympathetic friend. You can't find a lover. You're lonely. There's no way to escape that if you really value things rationally in other people. The issue is the evaluator question is, who are you lonely for and why? Now, for instance, I disliked living alone, having done it many years. And I don't think it's because I'm Peter Keating, but you get certain values of living with someone. I mean, even over and above a romantic relationship, things you share and things you do together that are perfectly reasonable, that I miss when the person is away. I'm lonely. Not always, but sometimes. That is perfectly reasonable. Ayn Rand somewhere describes a hero as a lonely fighter for justice. And the implication of that was he had a valid reason to expect allies, but they deserted him, and that put a burden, a pain, a negative over him. She used to point out that a pet is a substitute for a friend when a person is lonely, or even if they're not lonely, but that it would work if they were lonely. And I found that in cases where I am lonely, I'm not nearly as lonely if I have a pet, because the pets I choose are not, some form of rat or snake, but like a dog or a cat that share some values on their own level. We have awareness in common, we have goals in common, we have sensuality in common, we can communicate up to a level, we like to play. So on a certain level, if you're lonely, a pet is a good substitute. But the relevant point here is that it's not bad to be lonely if you know why. Now, if you're lonely all the time, and whatever you do, then I think you need people in an improper way.